So for this living room space, I really wanted to make sure that it felt warm, cozy, and homey. I ended up finding this beautiful sectional that really fills the space. This is kind of our family zone at the end of the night. We love to either play games here or we love to just sit around and watch a show at the end of the night. I also wanted to make sure to integrate some more seating, so I have these beautiful swivel and glider chairs that I put in the living room as well. And so now when we either have company over or we're hanging out as a family, it really just does feel like a cozy, homey space. I recently transformed this space by adding the wall sconces, and I also added this picture framing detail on the walls, this molding detail that you see here. I wanted to really just make sure that this was more of a unique feature that stood out when you looked into this room. When it came to tearing apart the fireplace, we actually had demoed the fireplace years prior, and we just had the insert with some drywall. I really wasn't certain as to which direction I wanted to go with it, but I did a custom concrete fluted fireplace surround, and we had put this beautiful black tile in. So now this entire room just pulls different unique features and really feels like a beautiful space to hang out in. So for this dining room space, I really wanted to just bring in a unique light feature. I knew that I needed to add more recessed lighting in this space. It was just way too dark for living in Ohio. And I found this beautiful chandelier that I had actually used in a different client's home, but I fell in love with this feature, and I fell in love with the block art that I used in a different client's home. It was just some of those pieces that if you find something so unique and it just stands out to you, it's really hard not to then want to incorporate it into your own home. I knew I wanted a unique table that had the different legs on it. I wanted to have that dark gray feature that's in the fireplace, then pull into the table area in here. Having a arched storage area for bourbon or wine or any of those other bottles that you use on occasion for celebration. I felt like it was a great space to put into the dining room because you don't always need it in the main kitchen. And so now we end up hanging out here. We do a lot of dinners here, or we have family over and we play games in here. It's just a really unique space, and it seems to be one of the special features in our home now. When planning a dining room, a lot of times you can go back and forth whether or not you should incorporate a rug or not. I love to incorporate rugs that are beautiful, that actually tie in with the rest of the items in the room, all of the furniture. I love to bring those things full circle so that it just feels like a more completed design. Originally, when we worked on this space, we redid all of the flooring. We had tore out the old pantry. We ended up adding board and batten trim throughout, and then adding these beautiful curtains. So all of these elements, they really just finish the space. We had renovated this half bath a few years back, and I just felt like it needed more detail in this space. So we ended up adding reeded, fluted trim detail with picture framing. It's almost like a combination of the best of both worlds into this bathroom. I also wanted to make sure to take the green from the kitchen and pull it into the half bath. I wanted both of these rooms to almost feel as they were integrated together, even though they're obviously separate. I was then thinking, do I paint the entire room, or what other unique things besides maybe artwork could I do in here? And wallpaper obviously has made a huge comeback in the most recent years, and so I wanted to find something that pulled the correct green colors but also was a beautiful pop of gold and had some gold tones in it because of the lighting, the mirror, and some of the finish items in this space. So my office space, I had actually designed and renovated this space about 8 years back, And my husband actually, I designed these custom built-ins that you see behind me, and my husband was the one who actually made all of it and installed all of it. We ended up painting it a very dark gray originally to start with, and I just felt like as I'm continuing to do more and more spaces that highlight color, I really wanted to make sure that my own office really just stood out. I wanted it to feel happy and dramatic, and I really just wanted a beautiful space to work every day. So I ended up repainting all of this cabinetry that you see behind me. We ended up doing new cabinet pulls, as you see here. We got rid of the black and ended up creating like the gold tone so that it would really pull from the wood. And I put my beautiful logo behind me. I had this sign custom made. It was something that I wanted to obviously showcase because of my business. So now I do a lot of design work in here. This is where I create all of the homes, the kitchens, the bathrooms that you see. I spend a lot of time in this room, so I really wanted to make sure it was right. When it came to the furniture in here, I wanted something beautiful for the clients to sit on when we would have our meetings here. So I ordered these beautiful emerald chairs, which actually ties in with the emerald paint color that you see behind me. It's a beautiful blue-green color depending on the time of the day, so it really just changes as the day goes. We finished this entire space, and I was looking around thinking I really don't want to just put paint on the walls above the trim. I wanted to add more wallpaper in here. I wanted it to feel beautiful, dramatic, while also feeling calming. So I ended up finding this beautiful wallpaper that I just fell in love with, and I had my installer come out and she put this up, and now it just looks flawless. All of the design in here has come together full circle, from the desk to the wood to the gold tones to the wallpaper to the paint to the furniture. Everything is meticulously planned in this space for a beautiful end result where I now get to create other people's beautiful homes from this space. So as I'm designing clients' homes, I really want to make sure if it is flowing all together, that each room is unique, but it all feels like it belongs together. So when you hire a designer, you want to make sure that they are paying attention to all these intricate details. It is important to not overlook these things, to actually take the time that is needed to make each room stand out, and to then make sure the bathroom is tying in with the kitchen, or the living room feels like it's a part of the kitchen, even though they were separate. And so really having a professional work on these spaces is key for each home to feel professionally done. If you have spaces in your home that you would love designed and renovated, feel free to reach out to White Oak Interiors. I would love to take a look at your space.